Hello everyone, I'm Sean the Shark, and today I will be teaching you guys about the card anatomy for the Binding of Isaac 4 Souls. But I will not be doing this one alone. Here with me is GWM548.
What's up?
Yeah, pretty brief intro from him.
Yeah, just what's up? I'm here.
Now, this is going to be a pretty lengthy video. I've got a lot of different cards here, and yeah. First we'll start off with the character cards. Now, to tell whether or not it's a character card, look at the back, and it should have this artwork with the question, who am I at the top? And 4 little different people. You know, Isaac, Cain, Maggie, and Judas, I believe. Here we have Isaac.
The very basic one.
Yes, the main character. As you can see, he has a starting health and a starting damage. And he also has this effect, playing additional loot card this turn. Now, every single character card will have this exact same effect.
And every one but one character card has 2 health and 1 damage.
Yes. And, you know what? Got him in hand here. Here we have the Lost, the secret character in Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Oh, sorry. As you can see, he only has 1 health, but if you notice this little icon at the bottom right corner, this pretty much means that the Lost gets to start with 1 soul, and the objective of the game is to be the first to get 4 souls. So he pretty much gets an early lead, but at a cost.
With only 1 heart instead of 2.
Yeah.
But isn't there a way to prevent that?
Yes, and well, there are multiple ways to prevent.
Well, yeah, but his main way of preventing it.
Yes, which will be his starting item. And speaking of starting items, we have both Isaac and the Lost, the D6 and Holy Mantle.
Every character has its own different starting item.
Yes. Now, if we take a look at the back here, all the starting items will have this back artwork. Has a bluish, grayish background with a crown and a little person. We're just going to assume that's Isaac.
Looks surprised.
Sort of. But yeah, all the starting items will have this background. And you're probably also wondering, what does this turning arrow symbol mean? Well, this lets you know that this effect is an effect that needs to be activated. And I'll go into that in a few minutes. Yeah, D6. Pretty much you can force anyone to roll or re-roll a dice roll. Now, the Lost starting item, this helps preventing death to himself. Pretty much, you can save your own ass.
So that's the way to prevent death with only 1 heart.
Yes. For the Lost, anyway.
Yeah.
But that should be it for the characters and their starting items, so we'll just move them out of the shot here. And now we'll go into the cards in the loot deck. Or no. I'm sorry, not loot deck. We'll go into the cards of the treasure deck. Now, we'll start with this mystery sack. Of course, it has an activated effect with the turning arrow symbol. Of course, simple effect, roll a dice, and just get one of these 3. Now, not all treasure deck items will have an activated effect. They'll also have a passive effect, which you can tell the difference between the two with their card border colors.
One looks a little more silver than the other one.
One's gold, one's silver. If it's gold, it's an activated effect. Silver, passive effect. Oh, and I also forgot. The backs. It looks a lot similar to the starting item back, except it's gold and there's no person. So in case
Mind
you're...
if I do a side-by-side comparison?
Sure. So, in case you're colorblind, just look for the little person.
Yes.
See, the creators were a bit thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is not just items with activated and passive effects. There are also cards with paid effects. These are a lot similar to items with activated effects, except you can use these effects as many times as you want, as long as you're able to pay for it. So there's no need to recharge an item with a paid effect. So with the smelter in this case, the cost is to discard a loot card in hand, which allows you to gain 3 cents. Of course, there will be a lot of items with a paid effect that'll ask for money, but using this card as an example to prove that there are also costs that doesn't have to be money.
Isn't there like a card out there as well that basically take away one of your hearts? Basically take 1 damage, whatever it took.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, we've tried playing this game before, just so we can get a better understanding of this game.
Yes.
And there's one more thing, one more type of card in the treasure deck. It'll be these 2 cards. Basically, haunt cards. Now, they're not good cards. You do not want to get these cards. Pretty much something bad happens, and you'll have to force to give this card to another player when you die, unless it's destroyed, of course.
Mm-hmm. There are cards that can destroy other cards out there.
Yes, but we won't ruin the surprise for you.
Yeah.
Let you find out on your own. May seem like a dick move, but that's how we're doing it.
People like surprises.
Yeah, but not everyone. And now we'll go into the cards that reside in the loot deck. Now there's many different items in the loot deck.
Yes.
You've got your common cards like coin cards. There'll be more than just pennies.
Yes, that's one way to obtain money in game.
Probably your most common way.
Yeah. Those are everywhere.
You'll have bombs, of course. Little batteries.
Yeah.
There's a few soul hearts in there. Pills. Of course, not all the pills are the same. They'll have their own different effects when you roll. Dice shards. Good way to possibly screw someone over.
Say if someone rolled a good roll, you can make them re-roll, and they can roll a bad roll, which gets them killed.
Of course, you'll only be able to do that with your character card effect.
Yes. Or you can play additional loot card.
Yes. And there's also Butterbean, which cancels the effect of an activated item or loot card. And you've also got some rune cards like Jera here, or Jura. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that correctly, but
I think it's Jera.
yeah.
Jira or something like that. I don't know.
But yeah,
Tomato.
somewhat. Of course, you've got some other different kinds of cards in the loot deck that are not just common. You've got, for example, the tarot cards. You've got Strength.
Yeah, we should have probably gone over the other loot cards as well.
Oh,
Like how bomb basically gives or lets you deal damage to only a monster, or is also you can deal damage to a player.
well, if we go back, monster or player.
Yeah.
And I apologize for the horrible glare you might see.
These cards are shiny. Good quality though.
Yeah. Now, you've also got trinket cards in the loot deck. As you can see at the bottom, they count as passive items. Of course, if you play them, they'll count as your playing a loot card in hand, which you can only play one of during your turn.
Unless you choose to use your character item.
Or character card effect, yes.
Yeah.
But there are multiple different trinkets, and there's only one of each kind. Like with the tarot cards, I should have mentioned. And there's one specific item I just thought it would be worth counting it.
Be worth showing to everyone.
Yeah,
Easy lead in the game.
yeah, the lost soul. Simply, you gain an extra soul. And here's what the back of the loot cards look like.
All of them look like that, including, say, like this one.
Yeah, that's the tarot card. Of course, your trinket, so that way you don't get them mixed up with the items in the treasure deck when you're reshuffling everything after a game.
Right.
Yeah. Now, we'll go over the cards that reside in the monster deck. Now, before I forget,
The monsters that you're after.
here's what the back of the monster deck looks like. Pretty scary, huh?
Pretty cool artwork.
Yeah. Here we have a common enemy, Fly. Of course, I say common, but there's only one copy of every monster card in this deck.
Pretty much your basic enemy.
Yeah,
If you ever played Binding of Isaac, they're everywhere. Easy to beat.
yeah. Of course, like character cards, got a starting health and damage, but they've also got a dice roll, or dice requirement. You pretty much have to roll a 2 or higher to do damage to the Fly. If you roll a 1, you take 1 damage. And I'll go over combat in another video. Of course, your basic enemies, some of them will have effects, like Boomfly here. When it dies, every player will take damage. 1 damage, of course, but...
And what's that little yellow area at the bottom of the card?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. At the bottom here, and highlighted with yellow, that'll be your reward after you kill the monster, of course.
And not every monster is money either.
Yeah, like we said earlier, some monsters will... Their reward will allow you to loot cards from the loot deck or gain treasure cards from your treasure deck.
Yeah.
Now, we've got some special kind of basic enemies. Start off with the holy enemies. Pretty much, they'll have an effect where you roll like a specific number.
In this case, a 4.
Yeah. Something good happens for you. And that's for any player, not just the player attacking it. So you could just roll a dice for like an item. And
So say if someone were to roll 4 cents, or roll 4 on this, everyone would get the 4 cents, or 2 cents actually, sorry.
yeah.
It's hard to read upside down.
Yeah, we're using a table.
Right.
Now, of course, with holy enemies, we've got their opposites. Cursed enemies. And of course, their effects are the exact opposite. You roll a specific number, something bad happens to you. So, for the Cursed Dwarf here, you roll a 2, you take 2 damage. Unless you have an item that allows you to negate the damage, or at least half. Now, I believe that's all of the common enemies, or basic. But of course, we have also got some bosses. Take Gertie here. You know, no effect.
Most basic boss.
Not most basic, but pretty basic. But as you can see, he has the little soul icon at the bottom right. Every time you kill a boss, you gain that soul. Pretty much you get to keep this card, so it's not discarded in the discard pile for the monster deck. But of course, we've also got bosses with effects. And I use Mom here, for example, just to show that some enemies will have multiple effects. So, it deals double damage on a roll of 1 whenever someone attacks him or her. But, when she dies, you get to expand the active monsters by 1. So, the amount of cards on your field, at least the monster cards, you get to add 1 more.
I'm sorry, I kind of spaced out for a second. You covered that she gives 2 souls, right?
Oh! Yeah. some bosses, or like Mom here, will give 2 souls. We found out that 2 will be your maximum so far.
Right. We still get to find one that gives you 3 souls.
Yeah. Now, you'd probably think that since it's a monster deck, you'd only have monster cards. But no. Also got some like special bonus cards, like you can get chess. If you manage to draw this, you get to roll. So, yeah, but it's not just like chess cards. You've also got some like action cards, like greed here. If you manage to draw this, anyone with the most amount of coins or that is tied, you get to pretty much take it all away from them. Of course, you don't get it.
Oh, you don't get it?
No.
Oh, they just lose it.
Yeah, they just lose it, but
Oh, you said you like
yeah,
you take it away as if like you get it. You just make them lose it basically.
mm-hmm.
To where no one gets it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like Robin Hood. Take it all away and give it back to society, or in this case, the coin purse. And I've got a few examples of action cards in hand, like Troll Bombs, take a couple damage. Ambush, it forces you to attack the top of the monster deck twice this turn.
We'll go into combat in another video, you said?
Yeah.
Alright. So I'll be covering another video about how that works.
Yeah. I am error, so you can roll and hopefully get something good. Devil Deal. I believe this is the last one for the action cards. And yeah, it is. Now, there's still one more kind of card in the monster deck. Those will be curses.
Mm-hmm.
You do not want to curse.
Remember the haunt cards right from the treasure deck?
Yeah, but these are different.
Mm-hmm.
When you reveal one of these, you get to give it to any player. So you could give it to yourself or one of your other players, which I'm assuming you would give it to someone else.
Yeah, because who would want to have to discard down to 2 loot cards at the end of the turn?
Yeah, but there are also different curses. Of course, one of each kind, of course. So yeah, you find a curse, you can basically just hurt someone's chances of winning.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that should be it for the cards in the monster deck. But got one more kind of card, or type. And with this back artwork,
You can probably guess what it is.
the bonus soul cards. Now there's 3 of these. Your Soul of Greed. First one to gain 25 cents or more, you gain this soul.
By the way, you don't lose your cents if you get 25 cents.
Yeah.
And same with this one.
Gluttony. If you have 10 or more loot cards in hand, the first one, you get this soul. And if you happen to collect 2 or more guppy items,
It'll have Guppy in the name of the card.
you get the Soul of Guppy.
Or it'll say in the description, this counts as a Guppy item.
Yes. As we have found out.
Yes. The Dead Cat, I believe, is one of the Guppy cards. It'll say, like, this is a Guppy item.
Yes.
That's the only one we found so far that is an item that doesn't say Guppy's whatever.
Yeah.
I believe you showed Guppy's collar earlier.
Yes, I did. Yeah. Yeah, Guppy's collar.
That's one of the items. You get that plus, like,
Guppy's paw, Guppy's head.
the Dead Cat.
Yeah, dead cat.
I believe there's a few others, but
Yeah, but
either way, you get 2 of those, you get that card. And there's only you can only obtain it once. So say if like one person gets 10 loot cards, they get the Soul of Gluttony. If another person reaches 10 loot cards, well, they're out of luck because someone else already got it before them. They can go for greed though,
yeah,
unless someone else got it.
or Guppy.
Yeah.
And if you happen to get all 3, and let's say you're the lost,
Or you find a lost soul loot card.
yeah,
Easy win right there.
Yeah.
Without ever touching a monster. So yes, you can win without attacking a single monster.
Though I would not recommend that.
It's more of a challenge.
But that should be it for all the different cards in this game. At least that we know of so far.
Well, I mean, that's all that we found in the box.
Yeah, but I didn't get the biggest expansion,
Oh,
or,
there's more expansion packs.
well, there's more than what I got. I know this much. But, yeah.
There might be 2.0 videos out later to explain the rest of them.
Maybe. But hopefully that will help all of you guys figuring out all the different card types to this game. We hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a like to the video if you did enjoy it, and why not subscribe to my channel and also GWM's channel, which I will leave a link in the description below.
Right.
Also, if any of you have any questions about what we've discussed, please ask them down in the comments below, and we will try to answer them to the best of our ability.
Correct.
But, yeah. This has been Sean the Shark, and this is goodbye for now. GWM?
See, thanks for having me on the video.
Yeah, no problem.
See y'all later.